Assalamu alaikum and namaste. On behalf of Aligarh Alumni Association of New England, I'd like to welcome Chief Guest, Mrs. Nayyar Raza Masum Raza Rahi here, Nayyar Auntie, as we call her. Senior Aligarh alumni as our honored guest and other respected guests and our friends. अलीगढ़ अलमनाई एसोसिएशन की महफिल आईना में आप सब लोगों का बहुत बहुत आने का शुक्रिया। इस महफिल की आगाज़ के लिए मैं अलीगढ़ अलमनाई एसोसिएशन के प्रेसिडेंट डॉक्टर मोहसिन अलवी को यहाँ आने की लिए दावत दूंगी। डॉक्टर सैयद मोहसिन अलवी अलीगढ़ अलमनाई एसोसिएशन के प्रेसिडेंट ही नहीं, एक हॉस्पिटलिस्ट और जॉन्स हॉपकिंस के मैनेजमेंट ग्रेजुएट होने के साथ साथ दिल से एक मौसीकी यानी म्यूज़िक लवर भी हैं। ये शौकिया क्लासिकल वोकल म्यूज़िक और सितार प्लेयर भी हैं। ये अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी के म्यूज़िक क्लब के सेक्रेटरी भी रह चुके हैं 1993-94 में। मोहसिन की कई साल से ख्वाहिश थी कि अलीगढ़ एसोसिएशन म्यूज़िक का एक ऐसा प्रोग्राम करे जिससे अलीगढ़ के तराशे हुए तमाम शायरों का तारुफ हो। यूँ तो ये लोग किसी तारुफ के मोहताज नहीं हैं, मगर इनका रिश्ता अलीगढ़ से है, ये शायद बहुत से लोगों के लिए नया होगा। इस कॉन्सेप्ट को हकीकत बनाया सिराज खान साहब और यहाँ मौजूदा आईना टीम के तमाम फनकारों ने। अलीगढ़ अलमनाई एसोसिएशन के मेंबर्स इंक्लूडिंग एग्जीक्यूटिव और बोर्ड, सिराज साहब का, हमारे आज के तमाम आर्टिस्ट, आईना टीम के मेंबर्स का काउंटलेस आवर्स के डेडिकेशन का बहुत बहुत शुक्रगुजार है और बहुत शुक्रिया कहती है। स्पेशल थैंक्स टू मीना सुंदरम जी एंड जॉली भाटिया फॉर नॉट ओनली बीइंग पार्ट ऑफ दिस प्रोग्राम बट ऑल्सो ओपनिंग देयर होम्स फॉर आवर रिहर्सल्स। थैंक यू सो मच। Thanks also to the supporters and sponsors of this program, without which we were not able to, have this program. I want to thank our sponsors, Mr. Khalid Naseem Sahab, who is always there for us. Farooq Ansari Sahab, same, he is always there for us. Mr. Bruce Ravan, President of Drew Mortgage. Doctors Zafar Naqvi and Dr. Fawzia Kamar, husband-wife team. Usha from Usha's Beauty Salon, Bollywood Grill, Punjabi Grill for their sponsorship. Thanks for Shobha ji from Alumni for this mesmerizing decor you can see and for her creativity. Thanks to Tahir Ali Sahab for agreeing to cover this program for us and also for covering our previous programs, our mushairas. Thanks to our media sponsors and media partners, Foundations TV, Lokwani, Gunjan and Sounds of India. One special thank which has to be mentioned, I don't know where they are, Dr. Samir Kamar and Dr. Samina Irfani. For our SSESA, biggest donor I can say. Thank you. With this, I'd like to invite Siraj Sahab as our director for AAINA and the star of this evening, and our AANE president, Mohsin Alvi Sahab, Dr. Mohsin Alvi, on stage. Please come here to welcome our chief guest, Mrs. Nayyar Raza Rahim. Although you all know Siraj Sahab, or we call it Siraj Bhai, but let me introduce him briefly. Siraj Khan is a world citizen who lives a life without boundaries. He's a connoisseur of South Asian film music and has been the creative director of some of the most engaging and entertaining musical concerts of New England. Using music, poetry, and the performing arts effectively for outreach and bridge building with all ages, faiths and nationalities. Siraj Sahab's signature events include the OP Nayyar concerts throughout the year, if you know, or clearly. I'm sorry if I have.
Yeah.
And he's one of some of the popular shows. Ruhe Sahir and Melodies and Memories was very popular in 2012. Siraj Sahab is a finance, audit and compliance professional, besides being a board member of many non-profit groups and inside and outside US. Siraj Sahab is not an Aligarhian, but I can say he's an Aligarhian by heart. And although he does not belong to India, but he is registered as an NRI. Not really Indian, but he says this is true. That he has given us, so I have to read this. Thank you. I'll pass on the mic so that he, yeah.
शुक्रिया सादिया आपने तारुफ कराया. So I'm really delighted to have everybody here. It's a wonderful concept of combining poetry and music together, and Mohsin really conceptualized it. And I have to, I was telling this story to somebody here that several years ago, there was an open air concert, and we had a quiz to the audience, and we said that this famous song "Aankhon hi aankhon mein ishara ho gaya, baithe baithe jeene ka sahara ho gaya." He said, all right, this picturized on Dev Anand, everybody knows that film. CID, music director Open Ayer, Geeta Dutt and Rafi have sung it. Well, so I'm putting up this dinner for two coupon for Masala Art, and I'm saying there are 500 people here. There's only one question I'm going to ask you. ये लिखा किसने था? और मैं हैरान रह गया कि 500 लोगों में से एक को भी इसका जवाब नहीं आता. So that really shook me up. I said, the person who's actually written all the. So फिर मैंने बताया कि हाँ, it was penned by Janisar Akhtar, and people were amazed. So Javed Akhtar के जो वाले. So this started with that, and then we said that we should have an event जिसमें हम music directors का तो बहुत showcase करते हैं, but let's have that. So that's how it's. So it's really beautiful. The journey has been beautiful. Artists, everybody, and मैं like Sadia said that मेरा कोई Aligarh के साथ connection नहीं है. But then you see that music and art has no boundaries, and probably music. After being to 70 countries in the world, I can tell you one thing: there's the only common language is music. And my father used to say कि जो इंसान जो है जो मूसीक़ी से माइल नहीं है तो वो मुकम्मल इंसान नहीं है. Maybe that was an exaggeration, but it's true. So we thanks very much. I'm delighted to see this. I know it's a packed hall here, and I would like Mohsin to say a few words here on this event. It was what a nice idea you came up with, and it's great to see the outcome of that. आज की चीफ गेस्ट जो हमारे हैं Nair Masoom Raza Saiba, I'm actually so delighted that she's here. और वो जो इनका जो ताल्लुक़ जो है मेरा ख्याल है शायद ही कोई इस हॉल में होगा जिसका अलीगढ़ से इतना ज़्यादा ताल्लुक़ है जितना इनका, कि ये नहीं कि सिर्फ उन्होंने तालीम वहाँ हासिल की, मगर इनका पूरा जो ख़ानदान जो है it goes up to Sir Syed Ahmad Khan के जो दादा थे, if I'm right, वो वाइस चांसलर आफ्ताब अहमद खान.
He was the second vice chancellor.
Second vice chancellor. जी, thank you for correcting. So आप देखिए कि क्या एसोसिएशन इनका है. और everybody who I know here, when you know me, know that कि मैं what a great big fan I am of Dr. Rahim Masoom Raza. कि आप ये देखिए कि शायद गाने कोई भी लिखे मगर डायलॉग जो है वो डॉक्टर राही मासूम रज़ा के होंगे. ये उनका था बिल्कुल एक आबशार की तरह कि डायलॉग्स हो रहे. बड़ी बड़ी फिल्म किसी को पता भी नहीं है, उनके फैंस जो सिर्फ फिल्म देखने जाते थे उनकी से पता चला कि नॉट कोई देवानंद हीरो है या फला हीरोइन है, कि भाई डायलॉग जो उसमें है वो राही साहब ने लिखे. तो वो थे, और वो देखिए कि वो बुनियादी तौर पे वो पोइट थे मगर वो और डायरेक्शन पे निकल गए कि वो कुछ जानते नहीं कि वो पोइट है, जबकि वो उनकी आप शायरी आप सुने और देखें और पढ़ें तो देखिए कि क्या क्या उन्होंने लिखा है. जी वो उनका भी मौका मिलेगा इसके बाद उनको भी है हमारे साथ। जी तो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपके आने का यहाँ, और मैं आपको ये वजाहत से कह सकता हूँ कि आप आई तो हैं यहाँ और आप बहुत इन्जॉय करेंगे यहाँ जो हम आज प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं। और तो हमारे यहाँ बहुत से एलिगरियंस आए हैं जिनका तारुफ होगा बाद में आप कीजिएगा। तो मैं आपसे एक दफ़ा और शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ आपके यहाँ आने के लिए। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Naya Auntie, for being here as our chief guest. Thank you, Siraj Bhai. Thank you, Sadia, for such a nice introduction. Only a college classmate can give such a fine introduction. Thank you. We'll start with ये क्या जगह है दोस्तों, ये कौन सा दयाल है। ये क्या जगह है दोस्तों, ये कौन सा दयाल है। हदे निगाह तक यहाँ गुबार ही गुबार है। On behalf of Aligarh Alumni Association, I would like to welcome you all here and thanks for taking out time from your busy life to come to our event, AAINA. AAINA is usually reflecting the current, but today AAINA is also going to reflect the past. It has been our dream, as Sadia said, to have an event like this, but when Siraj Sahab came along, this dream became true today. He picked up local artists from the gardens of New England and made this garland tribute to Syed Ahmad Khan. This is his 198th birthday today. And also homage to Ravindra Jain, an alumnus of Aligarh University, who recently passed away. Despite Siraj Khan Sahab's mother's recent illness, as we all know, and demise, his commitment to local music and arts has been unflinching. Thank you, Gauri ji, for partnering with AANE, and thank you, Shobha ji, for such a nice decor for the evening. I think she's not here. Yeah. So this decor is from Shobha ji. She designed it, and it's for her dream event, AANE. As I said, today is Syed Ahmad Khan's birthday. He was born in 1817 in Delhi in a royal Mughal family. He was brought up with strict discipline and scholarship and was regarded as the prophet of education by Mahatma Gandhi, our father of nation. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan believed that the future of Indian Muslims was threatened by their rigid and orthodox views, and the emancipation was only possible through Western-style scientific education. In 1869, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was given the Order of Star of India in London by the British government. At that time, he toured England and was impressed by the post-Renaissance academic institutions in the UK. He dreamt of opening a college in India on the standards of Oxford and Cambridge, and he chose Aligarh for that. The foundation was laid in 1877 as a secular institution, and the first graduate of Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College was Ishwari Prasad, a renowned historian. In 1920, Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College became Aligarh Muslim University. It's on the list of institutions of national importance by the Government of India. In 2014, last year, the university has been ranked as the third Indian University in rankings by the Times Higher Education UK magazine. The university is built on 1,155 acres of land and has approximately 30,000 students who are enrolled in more than 300 programs. It has produced notable colleagues in many diverse fields and disciplines, and some of them might be sitting next to you over here. So you look around, please. It has given us freedom fighters, head of states. It has given us governors, chief ministers, ambassadors, speakers, secretaries, politicians. Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh was the president of first Indian government which was established in exile at Kabul. Ghaffar Khan was known as Frontier Gandhi, studied at Aligarh. Dr. Zakir Hussain, third president of India. Fazal Ilahi Chaudhry and Ayub Khan Sahab, president of Pakistan. Muhammad Amin Didi, first president of Maldives. Muhammad Mansoor Ali, Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Nawab Zada Liaquat Ali Khan, first Prime Minister of Pakistan. All these people studied at Aligarh. We have produced technocrats, bureaucrats, vice chancellors, academicians, historians, scientists, Olympic and national sportsmen. Dr. Munis Raza was the vice chancellor of Delhi University and co-founded Jawaharlal University in Delhi. Dr. Ubaid Siddiqui founded the National Institute of Biological Sciences, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research in Bangalore. Dr. Farhan Nizami is the founder and director of Center of Islamic Studies at Oxford University. You might be knowing Irfan Habib Saab, famous historian. Dr. Zahur Qasim, he led the first Indian institution to Antarctica. We have produced doctors like Dr. Ashok Seth, renowned cardiologist at Fortis Hospital in New Delhi. Dr. Qazi Mobiruddin, father of endovascular surgery. And of course, you must be knowing about Lala Manna, famous cricketer. And Zafar Iqbal, captain of Indian hockey team. Not only this, we have produced writers, poets, musicians, singers. Some of them we're going to listen tonight. We have Bollywood movie producers, directors, actors and actresses, whose name can be found on the Alumni website, but I'll name a few. Rahim Masoom Raza Saab, as Raj Bhai was telling us, associated with Mahabharat. K. Abbas launched the career of Amitabh Bachchan in South Hindustani, and also Raj Kapoor movies. He made Bobby, he made Mera Naam Joker, Shri 420. We know Muzaffar Ali making Umrao Jan, and of course K. Asif of Mughal Azam fame. Singers like Talat Mahmood, musicians and singers like Ravindra Jain Saab recently passed away, and also Rahimuddin Dagar, famous for Drupad style of Indian classical music. We have also produced actors, as I said, famous ones, Sir Saeed Jafri, known for Shatranj Ke Khiladi. We have Nasuddin Shah, whose elder brother is currently the Vice Chancellor for the university. Dalip Tahil, and many more actors and actresses. Recently, Manoj Bajpayee's movie Aligarh was launched. It's a controversial movie about a professor of Marathi, Professor Siras, who committed suicide. In 1963, Mere Mehboob was made in the backdrop of Aligarh. Lots of fiction novels have been written in the backdrop of the university. Aligarh Alumni Association is a regional association here in New England. This was created in 2002. It's a secular, non-political, non-profit alliance. We do charity, educational, literary, cultural, and social activities. This was formed to promote the interests of Aligarh and Aligarh alumni and students of the university. Annually, we organize a Mushara, where we invite poets from Southeast Asia to come here and entertain you. Annually, we do a youth festival to engage our area youth in event organization skills while testing their maths, spelling, and oration skills. We do this at the India Center in Shrewsbury every year. We do an annual picnic to taste each other's culinary skills, kebab making skills, barbecue chicken making skills. I see Ashraf Bhai over here somewhere. Never gave the recipe though. Chicken tikka. Over gossiping over a cup of chai. Mostly at Hopkins Park. We have hosted our Vice Chancellor, General Shah, and Pro Vice Chancellor, Brigadier Ali, who visited Boston academics at Harvard University, MIT, and UMass. We have raised funds for homeless, shelters, food banks, and supported needy schools and inner city students. Both locally and internationally, we have helped disasters. We have helped Aligarh Blind School, Ahmadi Blind School, where Ravindra Jain studied. Aligarh Bachcho Ka Ghar, that's an orphanage in Aligarh. And students in engineering school in projects like making Baha, car making competition in India. We have raised and donated for digital classroom in engineering college, which is a smart classroom. We have raised money for the auditorium of Medical College in Aligarh, which is under construction, probably close to opening, soon. Our scholarship program, Syed Excellence Science Award, is a unique program to help students in Aligarh, to help them seek higher education in the US. We do mentorship and pay for their TOEFL and GRE exams. It's rightly said by Majaz, जो अब यहाँ से उठेगा, वो सारे जहाँ पर बरसेगा. खुद अपने चमन पर बरसेगा, गैरों के चमन पर बरसेगा. I will now invite Dr. Masarat Ali on stage to speak about our SSESA program, the scholarship program about which we are gathered over here for fundraising. Thank you very much.
The reason we are here today is to generate some funds for our scholarship program, which is Syed Excellence Science Award. So I want to thank you all for coming today, because just by being here, you are already a part of it. So you have already contributed to this. So thank you for that. What I want to do is to briefly talk about what this program is, how it works, and then I have a guest online that I want to invite, and she will talk more about how she has gone through this program. So if I get the next slide, just want to briefly talk about this program supports the admission of students of Aligarh Muslim University for higher education, mostly in the United States. We have already supported students, also supported students for Europe. It depends on what they would like to go for, depending on their subject. This is basically supporting their TOEFL and GRE fees, and application fee for up to 5 universities. Now, none of these transaction is made in person. This is all done online. And I want to call, if Ubaid Bhai is here. Ubaid Bhai, he is there. He's the man who deals with all those things. He goes through a lot of pain filling up their GRE and TOEFL. If you have given those exams, you know how difficult those forms are. He has done for forms and make sure their everything is there, and then he pays for that. Then I think the more important is the mentorship program, the mentorship that we provide them. That's following up through, which schools to pick up, where are the deadlines for those, making sure they have their transcripts available from Aligarh, and then also they have written their essays, and we take turns to look at their essays. And I think what I am hearing from them, that's more important than the financial support they get from us. So what I want to do is, and I think the last bullet point there is supporting them even after the applications are submitted. We have a professor at Youngstown State University, Professor Shakir Hussain, who is really helping us a lot, and also helping us students from AMU. He's trying to get some scholarships and assistantship once they are here. So even once they are here, we start supporting those, continue supporting those students. So if you go to the next slide, what we also do is we take time out of our trips to India and try to go to AMU and present. I go there because I have a family there, but many of us go there just to present this program and try to motivate students. This is a presentation from last year. Both Mohsin and I were there. This was in March of 2014, and we gave a big presentation to the students there. We selected some students from there. What I want to do is to highlight one story there. If you go to the next slide, if you focus on this area in this classroom, and I think slide is on the other side too, you see these students, they are sitting there, and if you go to the next slide, one of them sitting there is, it's not coming ready, is Samira Desnavi. She was completing her engineering. She was a final year student. She joined us. We selected her, and we mentored her through that. After 15 months of her selection, she is, if you go to the next slide, standing right next to Buffalo, because she is a University of Buffalo there. And I have Samira here with me online. What I want to do is to give 2 minutes to her to talk about how this works. And Samira, hello, can you hear me? Yes. So can you take us through? I think everybody can hear you. How this program works there and how you was helped through this. Go ahead.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I could see a large gathering of colleagues, which is definitely shows our effort and our love for AMU and its founder, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan. It was the vision and the spirits of Sir Syed Ahmed Khan that he helped students to gain knowledge, education despite of all the challenges that we have faced. And we have such a wonderful university. I'm thankful for SSESA to keep that effort alive of Sir Syed Ahmed Khan and help students to guide and mentor for getting an admit from US universities. I remember how difficult it was to dream about getting an admit from US schools, US universities. And apart from that, it was also difficult to convince my parents that I really want to pursue a PhD from America. SSESA organization not only helped me monetarily, but it also encouraged me and my family, morally support my family that yes, there is someone there who can care for me, who knows me. I was constantly encouraged throughout the program to apply for the GRE, for applying to TOEFL, when is the school deadlines, how to apply to schools, how to write an SOP, how to contact a professor. When I just got my admit, I was so happy. I contacted Masarad Saab that I got my admission procedure done. I've not received funding right now. And he was like, okay, it's okay, keep on writing to professors. I remember he started calling to the admission office of university at Buffalo to inquire about the scholarships, the deadlines for the scholarships, the on-campus jobs that they are offering. And he also supported me, like calling me late at night, this is the right time, you have to contact the professor, this is the lunch time, this is the morning time, you will be available, you should try contacting them. that was really, really nice of the organization that they give such an effort to help me. And this effort was not only limited to me and the selected students, but also I have told them about a fellow mate, a classmate of mine who got selected recently into University of Massachusetts. And it was only the difference that I told him and about his coming in fall, and he was being picked up from the airport. He was offered a temporary stay at Boston, and he was also helped with the groceries and everything. And he was so happy to have SSESA to welcome him in his stay at US. I'm really happy and thankful for SSESA for extending such a kind effort to me and my classmates, my fellow mates, and such kind of effort would definitely bring a lot of students from Aligarh fulfilling their dreams that they have seen about, getting a higher education from America. So I'm thankful to SSESA, and I would seriously like to contribute in the best way possible to the organization. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Samir. Students here, this year we have selected 12. We hope to bring 5 and 6 again this year. We're not going to 20 or 30 yet because it takes a lot of time and resources. We just want to focus and make sure that we pay attention to individual students, and as we grow and develop, we probably will do more and more. So with this, I want to end and thank you again for being here and supporting this program. Thank you. I invite Noman now to please come and move on to the next step. Noman.
So on behalf of AAANE, I'm again saying thank you, and we're very grateful for all your contributions to the organization and to the scholarship program. I would like to remind you that just by being here, you're contributing to the scholarship. But if you feel like you want to give more, please just drop a check or any amount of cash at the front desk. We will be very grateful for that. Now I'm going to introduce you this year's AANE team. So the structure for our organization is we have a president, vice president, and then treasurer and secretary, who are ably supported by an executive committee which consists of 3 members. So I'll call on the president, Dr. Mohsin Alvi. You've already heard him. I'm the vice president, Noman Siddiqui. Can people please come up here? And then our Ubaid Bhai, can you please come up here? These are Dr. Masarrat Ali, you've already met him. Sadia Chaktai, Dr. Sadia Chaktai, the past president. Okay. And Dr. Ashraf Khan. So this is the team which has worked this year to make things happen. Like Mohsin reminded us, we did a youth festival early in the year, followed by a picnic, followed by Mushara, which almost everybody here knows about. We do it annually. And then this year we are doing this program, and if this is a success, we hope to replicate this in coming years. Thank you again for your support. And I'll actually, we'll do a quick photo session, but take a half a minute here. I'll give the podium over to Dr. Ashraf Khan and Mrs. Umaira Naseem, who's going to introduce the honorees for tonight. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening.
So the reason we are here today is to honor, and we're really honored, I should say, to have some of our senior elites. When I say elites, I mean people who have graduated from Aligarh Muslim University, who live in this area. And we're really honored to have some of these people here today in our audience that we'd like to recognize them. And when I say honored, is these are the people who actually I would say are the Renaissance people, or people who actually obtained their higher education at the time when it was not very common. So I really have great admiration for all these individuals. You hear some of them as we go along. I think we have one slide for each person. The first person we would like to acknowledge is Professor Suraya Hussain. Unfortunately, she's not here today. She had to go to New Jersey to see her daughter and was not able to come back, but I've been talking to her over the last week, and she really missed this occasion and wished that she was here. So I think while the slide is coming, I can just talk about her. She's one of the few people who graduated in 1947 with a degree, a BA, then he did her MA and LLB, all from Aligarh Muslim University. She joined the staff of AMU as a teacher in the Girls' College. Then she obtained a scholarship, went to Paris to obtain a doctorate degree in literature from Sorbonne University in Paris in France, and came back and joined the faculty again. And this is, I'm talking about the 60s and the 50s, and highly accomplished person who served as the principal of the Girls' College at AMU. She was the provost of the Abdullah Hall, and then joined the Urdu department as chairperson of the Urdu department. I wish she was here today, because what we're talking today is some people who were in the Urdu department at the time and then went on to and accomplish what they did later on with their lives. She lives here in the US most of the time. She just came out with a book of her own, autobiography that she writes about her relationship with Aligarh. If you get a chance, you should read that very enlightening book. And she's here with her daughters, Seema, who lives in New Jersey, and Diva, who lives here in Lexington, and their grandkids. And I wish she was here, but unfortunately she's not here today.
Another one of the senior elites is Mr. Syed Excellence. He also had to leave from Michigan for some family emergency. Mrs. Zainul Abidin hails from a respected family of New Delhi and did his BSc from Agra in 1945. He joined the Engineering College of AMU to pursue his studies in civil engineering and continued as a student until the end of 1947, when at the time of partition his family moved to Pakistan. He received his BE in civil engineering from the reputed NED Engineering College in Karachi in 1950. Syed had an extensive professional career, including international postings to Iran and elsewhere. In Pakistan, he was a senior project engineer at the Tarbela Dam, the longest earth-filled dam in the world and the second largest by structural volume, which was completed in 1976. After moving to the US, he settled down in the Boston area, working for highly respected employers, always keeping in close touch with cultural and faith-based activities in the community, including teaching and inspiring young children to become better human beings. He is now retired and lives with his wife, Banu, in Framingham. Mr. Abidin has been a great supporter of AANE and was present in our first meeting in 2002 when AANE was first established in Framingham. Thank you.
That's the photo you see over there. He's serving himself. In our first meeting in AANE, so we are very grateful for his involvement in our association. The next person I want to introduce, and who we are very glad that she's here today, is Dr. Tahira Sarwais. We call her Tahira Khala. So Dr. Tahira Minhaj Sarwais is a true Aligarhian, actually, by heart. Physically, she was actually born there. I think she was born there, right, Tahira Khala? And she grew up there. She went to the high school there. She did her BSc. She did 2 MScs, one in physics and one in mathematics. I mean, imagine a person doing physics and mathematics. I can't understand So I didn't know all that, Tara, before I talked to you, Sat. Then she moved here to the US and she joined as a graduate student at Boston University and completed her PhD at Boston University in physics and mathematics. After graduating, she worked for a consulting firm here in Massachusetts. We used to work for the Hanscom Air Force Base, helping them sort out their problems. And then she worked there for about 13 or 15 years, and then joined the faculty of Merrimack College teaching physics there. Tahira Khala is also, in addition to her love for physics and maths, has a great love for Urdu, and if you know her family, it's a whole background of Urdu literature alumni, people there who have actually done a great deal of work in that field, you know. She has two children, Sabah, who we know, and Minhaj, you know. And so we are very grateful, Tarakala, that you could be here present today with us. And she's been actually, we started this association in 2002. She has been with us from day one, you know. And thank you very much.
Dr. Shaila Monis Raza. I think Shaila Auntie is here. Shaila Auntie. Dr. Shaila Raza has been affiliated with AMU for all her life, starting as a high school student and getting all her advanced degrees from AMU. She completed her PhD work under Professor G.P. Talwar at All India Institute of Medical Sciences. She was one of the founding faculty members of Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College, AMU, and played a key role in its development, including being a leader in establishing a strong extracurricular program on campus. She led the medical college teams and groups across India at intermedical college youth festivals and cultural tours. She was the Jagat Shaila Appa for all students and faculty, always ready to help them and get them out of trouble when needed. After leaving AMU, she joined Indira Gandhi Open University, New Delhi as a professor, followed by being appointed the founding chair of biochemistry at Santosh Medical College, Ghaziabad. At both these institutions, she designed new courses and curricula and helped establish the departments. She was part of many Indian social and cultural delegations traveling to various countries. Dr. Raza was very active in the Aligarh Duty Society, spreading the message of the Aligarh movement and raising funds for various programs at AMU. She has raised 5 highly accomplished children, Majaz, who is here, Majaz Bhai is here, Rabab, and Rabab is here too, Rumana, Mona, and Gul, which is a testament to her being a great mother in addition to pursuing an academic career of her own. She now lives in USA and her children and is blessed with 6 beautiful grandchildren, Farhan Khan, Manize Mehndi, Abbas Mehndi, Zohaib Monis, Zehra Khan, and Alia Mehndi, and the most recent addition to the family, born just yesterday, Zohran Rizvi.
And the photo you see over there is the founding, the first batch of MBBS batch at Medical College, and you can see her, the younger version of her, obviously. Still the same, yeah. Dr. Naeem Siddiqui. Dr. Naeem Siddiqui, I know I've known him for the last 15 or so years, I would say is a league at heart, you know. Highly accomplished surgeon and also has a great love for Urdu, you know. Dr. Naeem Siddiqui did his BSc from Aligarh Muslim University, and then we've had some discussions of why he then moved, and his father wanted him to become a doctor, and then he joined King Edward Medical College in Lahore, Pakistan, and we lost Naeem Saab to Pakistan at that point. You know. But that's all right, he came back, he trained in surgery after graduating from Lahore, he came to the US, he did his surgery residency at Boston University School of Medicine. Then Dr. Siddiqui did his fellowship in urology at Harvard Medical School, Beth Israel Deaconess Hospital. And if that was not enough for his education, he went on to do another master's in surgery at McGill University in Montreal in kidney transplantation. So he's a urologist, kidney transplant surgeon, and a general surgeon. All of these combined together, along with his love for Urdu literature. He practiced in Rhode Island. He was affiliated with Brown University School of Medicine as one of the faculty members in surgery and was a chair of surgery and urology at Landmark Hospital in Providence, Rhode Island. He's retired now, lives with his beautiful wife, Nishat Appa, who's sitting next to him. And he has 2 kids, Faraz and Omar, and has beautiful grandchildren, Akila and Zain Siddiqui. We are very grateful Naeem Saab is here today. I remember the first mushaira we had of the Legal Alumni Association. He was one of our poets, along with Marij Bhai, who is also here, Marij Kirmani Saab. Thank you very much, Naeem Saab, for supporting us all these years.
Mr. Mohammed Naseem Ansari, who also happens to be my uncle.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay, he wants to say something.
Sure, please.
मेरी कहानी ज़रा डिफरेंट और डॉक्टर अशरफ अली के साथियों, खातून हज़रात, आपकी इज्जत अफराई का मैं तहे दिल से ये मेरे लिए बायस इज्जत ही नहीं है, बल्कि लगता है ऐसा है कि मैं घर आया हूँ। घर आया हूँ, हर एक ने प्यार मोहब्बत से मुझे खुश आमदेद कहा है। इन मोहब्बतों का शुक्रिया। अलीगढ़ मेरी ज़िंदगी के दिल में एक अहम मुकाम रखता है। उस ज़माने में जब मैं अलीगढ़ गया, जब तक़सीम मुल्क की हुई, तालीमी इदारों के दरवाजे बंद थे। उस वक्त मुझे तालीमी पनाह दी। डॉक्टर ज़ाकिर हुसैन ने इंटरव्यू लिया, उनके अल्फाज मुझे आज भी याद हैं कि ये तुम्हारी दरगाह है, मोहब्बत से तालीम हासिल करो। मैं जो कुछ भी हुई दानिशगाह की बिना पर, इसलिए तालीमी नहीं तरबियत भी हुई जिंदगी। इसके लिए मैंने चंद लाइनें लिखी आपके लिए। ज़िंदगी को जला दी, सलाहियत को पनाह दी, एहसासों की नशो नुमा की, तहजीब के रास्ते दिखाए, इंसानियत के कानून सिखाए, ज़हन में नफासत दी और नफ्स में खुददारी दी। ज़हन में नफासत दी और नफ्स में खुददारी दी, सोच और ख्याल की परवरिश की और दिल में उल्फत दी। अलीगढ़ की रवायात, इंट्रोडक्शन नाइट, मड राइट, इलेक्शन बाजी, नुमाइश, कैफे डिफूस, खान कबाब, कैफे डी खान, अब कराची में जो है दैट वाज खान कबाब। ये सारी तरबियत गाहें थी। मेहमान यहाँ सीनियर का अदब और जूनियर का लिहाज सिखाया गया। इस अदारे में माँ की आगोश का सुकून और बाप का तहफ़्फ़ुज़ है। मजाज ने तराना लिखा है अलीगढ़ का, और आपको पता हो शायद कि जवाहरलाल नेहरू पंडित जी ने उनसे कहा था कहीं लिखो, क्योंकि उस वक्त तराना कोई, उस वक्त आखिरी लाइन में आपके सामने पेश करूँगा। ये अब्र हमेशा बरसा है, ये अब्र हमेशा बरसेगा। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
Mr. Muhammad Naseem Ansari is an old Aligarhian who graduated from AMU with a degree in civil engineering in 1958. At that time, the engineering degree was for 3 years with only 50 seats. During his time in AMU, he has seen the administration of Dr. Zakir Hussain and Colonel Bashir Hussain Zaidi as vice chancellors. After graduating as civil engineer, he joined Public Works Department, PWD, a government organization, as civil engineer. There he served as chief engineer before retirement. He was also a visiting expert at Academy of Buildings and Bridges. Besides his public service, Mr. Naseem is an avid cook and he has written several articles on cooking. बहुत अच्छा हलवा भी बनाते हैं. Mr. Naseem has also published a book on Indian buildings and architecture. He now lives in Shrewsbury with his wife, Mrs. Zohra Jabeen. They are blessed with 3 children, Khalid, Shaheen and Kashif, and 6 beautiful grandchildren, Hamza Khalid, Sumra Khalid, Sanya Ahmed, Muhammad Ahmed, Zunaira Kashif and Ibrahim Kashif. Naseem Ansari, please.
सबको नमस्कार करता हूँ। मैं तो तन्हा ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल मगर, मैं तो तन्हा ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल मगर,
लोग आते गए और कारवां बनते
और कारवां बनता रहे। आज जिस महफिल में आप बैठे हैं, इसके ऑर्गेनाइज़र, मुझे कहने में फख्र महसूस हो रहा है, मेरे बच्चों की बराबर। मुझे याद नहीं पड़ता कि मैं अलीगढ़ से कब जुड़ा, और शायद वो दिन बहुत करीब है जब मुझसे अलग हो जाऊँ। मैं मौत का इंतज़ार कर रहा हूँ, आपके लिए दुआ करें मग़फ़िरत पेशगी में। जैसा भी तारुफ में बताया कि मैं और मेरे बच्चे सारों की सारी तालीम अलीगढ़ में हुई है। मेरे बड़े भाई यासीन अंसारी, जो डॉक्टर जाकिर हुसैन के बहुत ही करीबी लोगों में से थे, तो डॉक्टर साहब उनसे कहते थे, भाई तुम्हें काम हो तो इशा के बाद आया करो। तो उनका मामूल था कि दिन में जाकिर साहब के पिए का टेलीफोन आया कि साहब ने सलाम कहा है। यासीन साहब कहते भाई कह देना मैं हाजिर हूँ। इशा की नमाज़ पढ़ के जाते थे, पता नहीं कब लौटते थे, हमें नहीं पता। आज जो बिल्डिंगें आप वहाँ देख रहे हैं, सर सैयद के ज़माने में जो बनी थी, उसके बाद की बिल्डिंग के मौजूद डॉक्टर जाकिर हुसैन और यासीन अंसारी है। जाकिर साहब बुलाते थे कि भाई अंसारी ने कहते यासीन, ये मैं जा रहा हूँ 3 दिन के बाद 4 दिन के बाद दिल्ली, और मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन में जाऊँगा, तो ज़रा ये एस्टीमेट बना दो। उस वक्त ये कॉपियर नहीं था, फोटो कॉपियर, हाथ से मुश्किल से 4 कापी निकल पाती थी। तो 2 सेट में वो 8 कॉपी बनाते थे, एक अपने पास रखते थे, एक किसी और को दे दी कि भाई तुम हिफाजत से रखो, और 6 कापी जाकिर साहब को दे दी। वापसी में आया तो कहा भाई इसमें इतने पैसे सैंक्शन हो गए, इतनी रकम सैंक्शन हो गई, तुम आगे चलो। अभी यहाँ स्टेज पे कर्नल बशीर हुसैन जैदी का नाम आया, उनके साथ एक दूसरा नाम भी और जोड़ लें तो अच्छा होगा, जब्बार खान। ये दोनों आदमी रामपुर स्टेट के पीर मुगा थे। जैदी साहब जब आए और बहुत ज़्यादा फंड गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने दिया, उन्होंने जब्बार साहब को तलब किया। वो सिविल इंजीनियर थे, उसकी जो जदीद बिल्डिंग आपने देखी है, उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा खून पसीना जब्बार खान का है। ये वो यादें हैं जो शायद ज़िंदगी के साथ रहेंगी, और अगर जल्दी बुलावा आ गया तो कब्र में चली जाएंगी। बस इतना ही मैं कहूँगा। आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया जो हमें ये इजाज़त बख्शा और ये इज़्ज़त अफजाई की। शुक्रिया।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया नसीम साहब। And last but not the least, we have another very highly accomplished person amongst us, which is Professor Kanis Fatma Adhami. She's here sitting with her daughter Seema. Although she is not a student of Aligarh Muslim University, but she spent most of her life in Aligarh. She spent about 40 years as a faculty member in Aligarh. So we are very grateful for your services to AMU. She is, as some of you may know, is the daughter of one of the very famous freedom fighter, Syed Ali, who was the Speaker of the Bengal Assembly and later became the Member of Parliament of the Indian government. She got her education at Presidency College in Calcutta and Calcutta University, and after obtaining her education came to Aligarh and joined the faculty and married Professor Usman Adhami, who we all know. I know when I joined Aligarh, he was a proctor, and I was always scared of him, because he would go around and trying to instill discipline among students, which is always very difficult, After retirement from Aligarh, she moved to Delhi, where she ran the Hamdard Center for training and educating students who were taking the civil services examination along with her husband, Professor Admi. and did an outstanding job over there. She now lives here in the US most of the time with her daughter Seema, who is here as the pediatric neurologist at UMass, and her son Pasha. And they have, she has beautiful grandkids, Yusuf, we all know, Omar, Sarah, Siddiqui, and Sumer Atami. Thank you very much for coming today. Thank you all for bearing with us and honoring some of our
I
colleagues.
just want to say that though I came from outside, Calcutta, but I now feel that I belong to Aligarh. मैं समझता था कि पहुंचूंगा अजनबी की तरह, मगर ये मेरा गांव तो पहचानता लगे हैं मुझे। तो ये
मेरे अजीज़ों और दोस्तों, मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है आप लोगों को यहाँ देखकर। मैं अपने बारे में कुछ नहीं जो सुना मैंने, बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ उसके लिए। और एक शेर सिर्फ सुनाना चाहती हूँ जो मुझे बहुत पसंद है, मालूम नहीं आपको पसंद आएगा कि नहीं। दुनिया ने तजुर्बात और हवादिस की शक्ल में जो कुछ मुझे दिया है वो लौटा रहा हूँ। वाह बहुत शुक्रिया बहुत बहुत।
Every 2 years we have election of a new executive, and I'd like to introduce you to our new executive members who will be taking over, I guess tonight, right? Yeah. Sorry. So the new president is Noman Siddiqui, Dr. Noman Siddiqui. So Noman did his BSc and MSc from biochemistry, and I know he was a very bright guy, but he actually got a gold medal and taught the life sciences faculty. He went on to do a PhD in molecular biology, molecular microbiology at National Institutes of Immunology in New Delhi, focusing on drug resistance with tuberculosis, lives in Brookline since 2002, and is currently working as a director of research operations at Harvard School of Public Health and manages the research administration of infectious disease program. His beautiful wife Aruna, she's also here. She's also a scientist at Dana-Farber Cancer Center, and they have 3 kids, Aman, and daughters Malika and Nadia. Noman, we are very grateful for your services and congratulations. Dr. Gaurav Gupta will be our new vice president. Gaurav, I know as a person who's from my medical school, so we both went to the same medical school, but he was much junior to me. He did his MD and PhD from University of Nebraska. He is now at Tufts University Medical Center doing a pathology residency, and he will be joining our executive as the vice president, and his wife Tanupriya, who's also here with us, also a pathologist. They didn't meet in Aligarh, but they actually met all the way in Nebraska when they were doing PhD together, and that's why they're here together. Thank you, Gaurav. Ubaid Qadri did such a good job as our secretary and treasurer that we decided to request his services again. Ubaid Qadri is here somewhere. Here. He's the only person who's actually been asked to extend his term. He's a very interesting person, has a nice background in physics. Some of you may know Professor Rais Ahmed, who was the chair of physics at AMU, who was a highly accomplished person. He was used to do research for him. Then he left and did work for the space organization, space agency in Canada, and now he's working here as a consultant in IT-related field. Shailendra Goyal could not be here. He's our member of the new executive committee. Shailendra did his MS and PhD both in biochemistry from AMU. He works for different companies trying to develop new drugs, getting FDA approved. He lives in Nedham with his wife Jaya and kids Sriti and Sachi. Bushra, is she here?
Yes, Bushra is here.
Bushra Khalid, she is another member of our executive committee. She did her BA from Aligarh, then went to Bombay, became a chartered accountant, and then came to Boston, did her MBA from Bentley University, and lives here in Shrewsbury with her husband Khalid and kids Hamza and Samra. Naveen Khan I know him maybe as a kid because his father was my teacher in the medical college. He's a true Aligarhian, went to Aligarh in the schools, university, did his bachelor's in electronics from AMU, then went to Jamia Millia, did his mass communication research. And interesting thing about Naveen is that he's actually took a challenge of starting an all new TV station in Dubai, you know. So it's still functioning, it's still working very well. Then he came here, did another master's in digital media from Northeastern University and works at as a broadcast engineer in Fox News, you know. I don't like Fox, but I like Naveen. He's married to Humra, who's another true Aligarhian, daughter of Aligarhian faculty members, Humra, who we know very well. So this is our new team. Please give them your support. Like you just did. Thank you very
University at one time and asked the students what was the college song, and at that time there was no college song. So one of the students got really anxious and he spent a sleepless night writing the Tarana, and in the morning the Tarana was ready, and that student was Majaz. So the Tarana was motivated by Majaz.
And everybody is welcome to join in. So please feel free to sing with us.
Zarrat ka से हमने देखी है बादल की शिकस्ते फाश यहाँ। ये मेरा चमन है मेरा चमन, मैं अपने चमन का बुलबुल हूँ। ये मेरा चमन, ये मेरा चमन, ये मेरा चमन है मेरा चमन, मैं अपने चमन का बुलबुल हूँ। जो अब यहाँ से उठेगा वो सारे जहाँ पर बसेगा, हर कोई यहाँ पर बसेगा, हर कोई यहाँ पर बसेगा, हर सर्व समय पर बसेगा, हर सर्व समय पर